Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And I have to be honest, for the simple fact that I am in total holiday mode right now. It's December 20th, we are 5 days away from Christmas. I'm totally just thinking about wanting to decorate Christmas cookies soon. I'm really just totally in that zone. So for today's video, I just wanted to keep it kind of fun and interesting. So what I wanted to do is just go over and highlight my personal top selling products of 2022. So what I did was I went to the back end of my Shopify store. I went to the analytics section and then to the report section, and I figured out how to find out where and what my top selling products were. Now this is specifically on my website. This is not including any local sales because unfortunately the way that I do local sales, I'm not able to keep track of every individual scent and item that was sold. I just do the total amount, and it's just kind of a general small candle, large candle, wax melt. I'm hoping that for 2023, I'll be able to figure out how to change that. But for right now, this is just the most popular and most sold items from my website. So let me go ahead and grab that. So what I did was I decided to actually do my top 12. I don't know why, I just was writing down and figuring out what the top 10 were, and then I just wanted to include a little bit more because I figured the more I say, the more interesting it'll be. So let's get started with number 12. So number 12 is my Malibu Coffee Shop large candle. So this is my larger 10-ounce candle, the matte black jar with the wood lid. So this sold 19 times within 2022. And what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be sharing the how many were actually sold, just because I find it really interesting. So this was the 12th most popular item that was sold on my website within 2022. So that accounted for $570 worth of product sales on my website. Now I'm going to be giving the numbers of how much I made off of that. That's not going to account for any deals or discounts or sales I was running at the time. I'm just going to do however many was sold multiplied by what I sell it for on the website. So we're just having fun here, just going over it. So that was number 12. Number 11 was my large 10-ounce Vinyasa Flow candle. So Vinyasa Flow is a lavender. It's white sage and lavender from Candle Science. I personally am not a huge fan of it, but I understand that people do really like it, and it is a very commonly liked scent is a lavender. So with that one also sold 19 times and also accounted for $570 worth of my total sales for the year for my business. Now number 10 is a wax melt, and it's my Trips to Nowhere wax melt, which is Sea Minerals from Candle Science. Love this scent. It is a very beachy, clean, cotton, linen-y scent. So the way that I like to look at this or describe this scent is it's kind of like a beachy take on a clean laundry or a clean linen kind of scent, and a lot of people really like it. It can do really well at pop-up events as well. Now I am in California, so I do have a lot of people in the area that love and gravitate towards a lot more beachy scents, but that one sold 20 times within this year and accounted for $160 worth of sales for my business. Number 9 is my Safe Haven candle, but specifically the small one. So for some reason, the smaller 10 of this scent does a lot better. I don't know if it's because people are interested in the scent, but they don't really know what it's gonna smell like, so they get a smaller one. I'm assuming that's probably why. So this is my smaller 6-ounce 10. It sold 21 times of this scent and accounted for $378 worth of product sales for my website. Now this scent is unique, but it has some familiarity to it because I'm trying to bring out that nostalgia. This scent is based on my mom because she absolutely loves Sweet Pea from Bath & Body Works, and she also used to wear this kind of like knockoff brand of Love Spell when I was growing up as well, and I just kind of blended those two fragrances. It created this really nice scent. It's very feminine, kind of floral, but also kind of fruity as well. And it's just a very nice kind of spa kind of scent. So that one, it does do really well, but specifically in the smaller scent or in the smaller size. And then number 8 is Golden State, and specifically in the larger candle. So this one sold 23 times and accounted for $690 of my total online sales. This one is Surf's Up from Candle Cocoon. Love this scent, super unique. A lot of people really like it, especially at pop-up events. And Chris and I have noticed that at our local vendor events, it is Trips to Nowhere, Golden State, and Coastal Highway. Those ones are the ones that we always bring because it's really interesting. It's always at wherever we go, whatever event we do, one of those 3 scents is always the most kind of popular one among the beachy ones. So if there's one time we go to an event and we don't bring, let's say, Trips to Nowhere, but we bring the other 2, there's always going to be somebody that comes up that's like, oh, where's your Trips to Nowhere? So we always have to bring all 3 because people really like those scents and it's really popular where I am here in Southern California. Now, number 7 is Malibu Coffee Shop Wax Melt. So Malibu Coffee Shop Large Candle was number 12, but it seems like the wax melt in that scent is more popular for me and for 2022. So that one sold 23 times and it accounted for $184 worth of sales on my website. Now, I don't know if I said this earlier, but that one is a custom blend of mine kind of as well. I blend 2 coffee scents, the one from Candle Science and then one from the Flaming Candle, I think it's Coffee House, and I blend those 2 together to create more of a coffee scent that I personally prefer. And then number 6 is also a wax melt, and that is Vinyasa Flow. So as you can see, there is kind of a trend among the scents. It's just depending on which product is more popular in that scent, and it changes all the time. I'm sure that last year it was different. That would actually be really interesting to compare what sold better last year versus this year, or if it's pretty similar. That would be very interesting for me to take a look at. So for number 6, Vinyasa Flow Wax Melt, that sold 24 times this year, and it accounted for $192 worth of sales. Now, number 5 is really interesting because it's a little bit different than I know a lot of regular candle businesses have, because earlier in 2022 I launched my candle making kits. So the Fruity and Sweet candle making kit sold 27 times this year and accounted for $2,673 worth of sales. Now, interestingly enough, Chris and I are actually looking into possibly discontinuing the candle making kits moving forward once we sell out of all of the supplies or most of the supplies that we have. That was really something that I had kind of come up with and I was super excited about, worked on it for I think a year it was. And it was a really good learning experience, but I think that I would have done it a little bit differently now looking at it in hindsight, although I still do really love the kits, but they are a lot of work, like a lot of work. But besides that, it did account for $2,673, so really, really excited about that, super grateful for that. And then number 4 is my Best Sellers Wax Melt sample set. Now, this one, again, is something that I actually recently discontinued off my website, and I'll explain why. And I did actually explain why in a previous video where I talked about items that I was discontinuing, but that one sold 29 times within 2022 and accounted for $377 worth of sales for my business. Now, the reason why I discontinued it is just because I had way too many people reaching out to to me that all of the scents would kind of combine together. They would melt together in the summer. And it was not worth it to me for the amount of work that goes into all of those. I do have to figure out a way that people are able to try out the scents before purchasing them, because I do know that that is something that people want to do. And I have kind of an idea of how I want to do that, but it's just a matter of doing it and making it happen. So I was obviously very happy with how many sold, and I can see that a lot of people do like to have something like that, especially when you're buying something online. So that was number 4. And then number 3 is my Saturday Morning Cartoons wax melt. So this is the Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loop scent, whatever you want to call it. Very, very popular, has been my number 1 selling scent for as long as I can remember with my business. So the wax melt sold 36 times within 2022 and accounted for $288 worth of sales. And then if you can imagine, the top 2 are also Saturday Morning Cartoons, but they're all different because of which size and kind of which product it is. So ranking at number 3 was the wax melt. Number 2 was actually the large candle, and my top selling product is the smaller 6-ounce 10 of Saturday Morning Cartoons. So for number 2, that is the large size, and that was sold 39 times this year and accounted for $1,170 worth of sales. And then the top selling product for me personally and my business was the Saturday Morning Cartoons, the smaller 6-ounce 10, and that sold 41 times and accounted for $738 worth of product sales for my business. So that is just an overview of everything. I found it very interesting and really important, again, to look into and see what's selling and see kind of what is most popular for you and your business. If you haven't already done that, I would recommend for you to do that as well, just for your knowledge for 2023, just so you can kind of get an idea of what's selling, what's not selling. Maybe you need to change things up, and just kind of be able to reevaluate and analyze your business. It's really, really interesting to do. So I think I'm going to end today's video right here. If you want to see any more videos like this, or maybe I need to do another updated video on like my best-selling fragrances, I think I need to do something like that pretty soon. Let me know in the comment section below, or any other video ideas that you would like to see. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you are having a wonderful holiday season so far, and don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Memory Box Candle Co. And I will see you in my next video.